Disrupting the fish industry. Chef Chad and Derek Sardo. Earlier today, I was looking up like what is vegan seafood, so we can definitely, you know what? Let's do it. Let's dive into it because we talked about it yesterday, and like I didn't really look into it, but I'm so curious. Like how do you make vegan seafood? I realized like later on, like today, that they could, to get that weird briny flavor, they could definitely use seaweed, and that the way that they make like vegan vegetarian fish sauce is by fermenting pineapples. At least the one brand that I worked with was fermented pineapple, and it tasted great. It was definitely kind of sweet, and you could kind of taste the pineapple, but it still had that weird funkiness that you got from it. So I mean that definitely. Oh, right here, boom, literally fermentation derived. So yeah, I kind of want to take just a little dive into this just to learn a little bit more, because we didn't do it yesterday. And I'm super curious. And then after that, we'll hop right into Destiny 2, get some grinding out of the way. If we can get a full group to run the hard mode, whatever it's called, of the seasonal activity that I'm drawing a blank on. I've apparently forgot everything about Destiny on this last week, but I need to get the seal. Anyway. Or the Sustainable Seafood Initiative. The welfare of billions of people and the stability of life on Earth depends on healthy oceans. Overfishing has driven numerous species to extinction. Okay. Shifting plant-based, cultivated, and fermentation-derived seafood is the most tractable way to improve our ocean's health. I mean, that makes sense. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not all for eating vegan because it's, like, healthier, per se. Because, like, I've known vegan people that were sick all the time. I don't know. They were just always sick. But, like, for this kind of stuff, like, that totally makes sense to me. Like, to have something sustainable and that's better for the environment, like, I'm all for it. And again, like I mentioned yesterday, like, I'm down to eat vegan food, right? Like, I'm not, I eat meat. But what I don't want is a product that's like, hey, this is supposed to taste like turkey. Because it doesn't. Like, it's not going to taste like turkey. It's not what I want. What I want is something delicious that tastes like vegetables. And, like, in my opinion. Or I want a product that is not supposed to be an imitation of meat. Instead is like, I would just rather eat this instead of meat. And there's a really dope vegan restaurant around me that does that. They have these really awesome sandwiches that, like, blow me away, and I would order them in a heartbeat anytime, like, over just like a regular burger. The only problem is they are stupid popular now, and it takes forever to get food, which is unfortunate because it's the only thing keeping me away. We're also a little spendy, but that's, that is what it is. Oh, sorry, my voice and my throat. I think I'm getting sick again. It's either I'm getting sick or I'm getting hit with allergies. Or maybe a little bit of both. It's kind of that weird up in the air time of year. I am allergic to most of outside. So when the summer hits, it's pretty rough. So what I want fewer health risks. I mean, wouldn't it be zero health risks? Fish and shellfish are two of the eight most common food allergens. They are. That is true. There's actually something I have to know. Anytime a health inspector comes, they ask you, what are the most common food allergies? And it's nut, tree nut, fish, shellfish, dairy, gluten, soy? Fuck. Anywho. I always forget. Dude, anytime the health inspector asks me questions, though, I instantly draw a blank, because it's like you're on the spot, and they're like, oh, what are the foodborne illnesses? And it's just like, aggregating seafood data, okay. But what I want to know is, like, what it is. Like, what is it? You know what I mean? Like, what what is plant-based seafood? Plant-based seafood, the next frontier in plant-based, right, okay. Neither of these is a sustainable means of food. Okay, we covered this. Seafood, yeah. okay, may not be able to eat seafood. Read on a number of how much more ethical and equally tasting alternatives. They don't wreak environmental havoc. Plant-based seafood is an alternative developed for people who don't consume ocean or farm-sourced seafood, whether for ethical reasons or due to allergies. Yeah. Yo! I didn't even... Okay, I know that we just said allergies like 30 seconds ago. It blows my mind that, like, somebody allergic to fish and shellfish could have... This is kind of cool. So we're talking about overfishing again, which, yeah, I mean, overfishing, overhunting, all that, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, you know, that's not great for the environment. But what I want to know, like, I'm all for that, but here we go. This is what I want. When it comes to plant-based seafood, there is an option available for everyone. Some are made from pea protein or a mixture of different plant-derived proteins. Others are made from trehalose, a type of sugar derived from plants and water. Primary ingredient in many brands of plant-based seafood is seaweed, as it can contribute to the authenticity. Okay, so yeah, so it is seaweed is definitely giving it that like weird oceany, briny taste. Because I was kind of like, how do you mimic something without that? Is it good for you? I mean, it's just. Oh, okay. So high in sodium, so you got to be careful if you're eating this stuff. I could see that because again, like, you know, you want that sort of briny, oceany, you know, fishy flavor. Let's see. New Wave Foods focuses on production of plant-based shrimp alternative that can be used in any dish the same way that shrimp would. In addition to being plant-based, New Wave Shrimp is also kosher, gluten-free, halal, organic, and non-GMO. The company still talks with restaurants, but a special launch in 2021. Freezing sushi. So that's kind of interesting. Including fish-free tuna. But I want to know. What I want to know is like, what is it? You know what I mean? Like, what? I want more info on how to make it. Like, is this the vegan shrimp right here? Because like, it looks legit. Like, that looks like a crab cake. That looks like shrimp. That looks like really hard dyed ahi or salmon, maybe. Plant-based food sector is booming. Oh, okay, this is... So I pulled this article up earlier today, but I didn't finish reading it. I saw this picture, read here, and then I was like, dang, we could cover this on stream. So here we are. We are covering it on stream. I'm glad I was able to find it, because I kind of spaced on it. Let's see. Brands are still trading out fishless products. From algae. Oh, algae. I didn't even think about that. Pea protein to fungi, and vegetables. Vegan seafood can be made from a number of ingredients, and it comes in several forms, including shrimp, fish sticks, tuna, and more. Makes lobster crab cakes from artichoke heart. Yo, what? Okay, the plant-based seafood company makes lobster cakes from artichoke and hearts of palm. Dude, hearts of palm has such a weird and interesting flavor. It's like watered down coconut almost. I don't know how to explain it. It's very weird. If you have a chance to try it, I would. But it definitely was not my favorite thing. Zalman sashimi, made entirely from vegetables including seaweed, and Fry's family food carries soy-based, crispy golden fish-style fillets that contain more omega-3 than tuna. What is this? What is Is this like a fake salmon? Page not found. Damn. All right. Innovation in the vegan seafood market is already well underway. Investments in the sector have been steadily increasing since 2017, which saw $4 million invested in the category. In 2018, increased. Holy cow! Holy cow! They went hard. $35 million. Okay, so had more than 3 invested in the vegan seafood market. That's less. So it saw 41 investments, and then in 2020 it went down a little bit. But I'm assuming that's just like places. I don't know. Some places didn't make it, maybe? In April, Gathered Foods, the parent company of plant-based tuna brand Good Catch, secured $26.35 million in funding. Damn. The same month, food tech startup Revo Foods also announced that it generated 1.5 million euros. What up, Comic? I want a vegan food where they just make an awesome flavor regardless of look or texture. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing is like I can like I'm never gonna be vegan. But I can definitely get behind like some vegan dishes. I just don't want it to. I don't want it to mimic meat. Yeah, exactly. They are so. A lot of people are focused on replication. However, reading this article and yesterday kind of made me open my eyes too. Of like, I could really get behind the movement for environmental reasons. And if that's the case, and we need to replace shrimp, it might be nice to have an alternative that still is like shrimp. But yeah, I'm with you. Like most of the time, like I just want something that would make me want to eat not meat. Like I want it to be so good that I would just pass it up. So I'm definitely with you. But yeah, I feel like a lot of the stuff that hit the market early on when this like I don't want to call it a fad, but when it started to gain some traction, you just saw a lot of this like tofurkey and like veggie bacon and stuff that was supposed to taste like it, and I feel like they kind of sort of moved in a way, but this makes sense to me. Like the fish stuff, there's a lot of overfishing going on, and this is one way to kind of help cut down on it. And I'm actually kind of really intrigued to try vegan seafood, and it's kind of interesting too because they made a point of like, if you're allergic to shellfish and seafood, you can eat this and still have sort of like a as close to that experience as you can. Despite criticism, the Netflix documentary Seaspiracy still achieved its mission, exposing the environmental impacts of the fishing industry. Let's see. Tongues wagging. Directors Ali and Lucy Trezzi uncovered an alarming global conspiracy linking the ways in which human activity contributes to oceanic destruction. Okay, this is going back to the environmental stuff of like stuff clogging up the ocean and stuff and overfishing. Which yeah, not great. 7 best seafood products to try. I mean, the pictures like make it look kind of good. Like I would try it. Those look like crab cakes. Hello? Oh, thanks. They look like, hey yo, thank you for the host, appreciate it. What are these? These ones are like, what is that? A favorite among many, Gardein carries a wide range of vegan meats, including crispy tenders, meatless meatballs, turkey cutlets, and chicken wings. For a sustainable catch, try the brand's crabless cakes or fishless fillets. The soy-based fish fillet can be found in a number of stores. These ones are soy-based. They got them at Target. I didn't look to see what these ones are. Soy protein concentrate and textured wheat protein gives the latter its crab-like texture. Interesting. Kitchen carries a number of vegan fishless products, including crab, fillet, smoked salmon, tuna. The company developed its vegan breaded shrimp to mimic the texture of its seafood counterpart. It's got a bunch of plant-based ingredients, including konjac powder, beta-glucan, potato starch. Potato starch is a good one because it's gluten-free. Hey, it looks good though. D2 tonight? Yeah, D2 tonight. Once we get through this article, we'll switch right on over. Good Kitchen has distributed the fish industry since it was founded by chefs Chad and Derek Sarno. I like this. It makes them sound like rebels. Disrupting the fish industry. Chef Chad and Derek Sarno. See, they got plant-based fish cakes, fish burgers, and crab cakes, but probably most known for its vegan tuna. Available in a number of different flavors, including oil and herbs. Mediterranean, the vegan tuna is made from a blend of 6 plant proteins. Pea protein, soy protein, chickpea, lentil, faba, and navy bean flour. It's so interesting to me. Like, caviar? It offers a number of different varieties of seaweed caviar. Yeah, I mean, that would make it salty and briny. Fishless sticks. I mean, at some point, aren't these just fucking potatoes? These ones are soy-free. Yo, it's got spicy vegan burgers, though. I gotta go for this. Tuno! Not tuna. Tuno. Vegan meat brand Loma Linda launches line of plant-based tuna at Walmart. 10 vegan tunas available in 3 flavors: spring water, lemon pepper. What is spring water? And sriracha. Bushes tuna is cholesterol and trans fat free and contains 8 to 20% less sodium than conventional tuna products. That's a big. That's like kind of a big number, like a big 8 to 20%. It's also sold in packets and flavors of Thai sweet chili, lemon pepper, and sesame ginger. So it just sounds like. I didn't get a lot of answers for kind of like how it's made, but it just sounds like it's just a lot of like different plant-based proteins and seaweed. Interesting, very interesting. But I mean, from an environmental standpoint, like I could totally get behind it, and I might go out and try some. Maybe we'll eat some on stream. I'm actually really curious about the vegan shrimp. It looks so bizarre. I don't know if I could get behind the vegan tuna. I don't like tuna as is. And I'm just trying to imagine eating something that tastes like tuna but isn't tuna. It sounds even worse. Alright, enough of that. We're going to switch over to Destiny 2.